Hello and welcome to Mining Review Africa, and today I'm speaking to Gary Corrin, who's the Managing Director of Montgomery Africa, about Electra Mining 2026. Gary, always great to chat to you.
John, good to be with you.
Okay. Now Gary, the first edition of Electra Mining Africa was way back in 1972. Talk to me about how this event has progressed to where it is today.
Gerard, it's interesting because Electra Mining Africa over the years has really reflected the changes in the mining industry. It started out as predominantly a mining exhibition in its entirety, but as the landscape has changed and evolved, other sectors have become very important and prevalent within the show itself. It's now, yes, it's still a mining show, but it's a very strong industrial event. And more recently, as technology has evolved, things like automation have become a massive component of what we do. In fact, the whole of Hall 7 is automation specifically, with other components of that sector spread throughout the show. As the commercial and industrial and mining landscapes have evolved in the South African broader industry, so the show has reflected those changes over the years.
Okay, Gary, now you spoke a bit about technology and automation, and we'll touch on that in a little while. But how has the South African mining sector in particular benefited from Electra Mining?
I think one of the real values of the event is that it's a people-to-people type environment. An exhibition as a medium allows for a culmination of different media options. Here we are talking as media partners, for example, but it culminates once every 2 years in the gathering of people, and yes, around technologies and around solutions, and a lot of the equipment that's on display. People are able to see, most of them tend to be static, but that being said, it's about the people interaction and the connection of people around those technologies, products and solutions.
Okay, now let's touch on technology, automation, digitalization, all very big in the mining sector right now. How have you ensured that this event stays relevant given those trends?
Well, in many ways, the beauty of an event like this is the exhibitors have embraced the event, and because they've embraced it, they demonstrate what's available to the broader market, and not just the South African market, but the African market as a whole, and then obviously on an international scale as well. So in many ways, the changes are reflected through the exhibits themselves. That being said, we've got a young, dynamic marketing team that then take that messaging, amplify it, integrate it into a whole lot of other media options. Like I said earlier, as here you and I are chatting today, and we push that then into the marketplace and engage with a variety of different stakeholders, both locally and internationally.
Okay. Finally, Gary, 2024, biggest event yet, but now we're in 2026. What can visitors, exhibitors expect at this year's event?
We're incredibly proud of this year's event. I mentioned the team. I think it's crucial. We are people-oriented business. And Charlene and the young team that are driving it, many of them not even born in the days that Electra Mining had started, but they all have and are submersed in the technology and the digital era, social media, all of those facets in terms of how we express ourselves and communicate. So bearing that in mind, there are a lot of OEMs, original equipment manufacturers that have come back to Electra Mining this year, so that's exciting. The venue is at full capacity, first time ever in its history. It brings other unique challenges from a logistical perspective, but all of that is in hand, and it's an incredibly exciting opportunity just to reflect what South Africa has to offer from an industrial mining automation perspective, and a lot of local manufacturing as well, which is a really exciting component. It's small, but it's world class and worth seeing.
Absolutely. One final question, Gary. If our audience wants more information about Electra Mining Africa 2026, who can they reach out to, or where can they reach out to?
The best place to go is to go onto www.electromining.co.za. There's a full breakdown of all the events that are happening, the dates. You'll be able to pre-register. We strongly recommend that you do that, just save time and efficiency. All of that is digital, and you'll also then be able to access notifications and information as we get closer to the event. So onto the website electromining.co.za, all that you need to know to visit the show is there.
Well, thanks, Gary, and I'm looking forward to chatting to you again during the event in September.
No, that's great, and we really appreciate our partnership with VUCA, Mining Review Africa. It's fantastic to be able to engage on the floor of an exhibition and see all of these stakeholders come together and culminating in a great show of Electro Mining Africa.
Great stuff. Thank you once again, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.